Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning to y'all from I. I'm on Interstate 81, heading north. I got the entire BZ3 team with me today. Oh, I was just informed I have to add Leo to the mix because Riel's here. We got Leo here. So if everybody can, say good morning in the chat. Say good morning in the chat. It is. Oh, Bryce even said good morning. It is episode. We did it. 255. Put 255 in the chat. Look at those. I love it, Paul. Look at those glasses. Look at those glasses you got. Christian, Colin. Good morning to you. Rebecca, Bethany. And if you could be on video today, you'd be on video today. I want to see some smiling faces. We got Jada's here, John, Zena, Michelle, Todd. Look at Todd's walking. He's getting his steps in early today. Rosario, Louie. Good morning to everybody. Say good morning in the chat. Say good morning, guys. If you got a little extra time today, there's two things I'm going to tell you before we begin. One, you're going to want to bring a notebook and a pen. You're going to want to bring a notebook and a pen. And number two, it's probably going to last a little bit longer because it's the last one of the year. Sometimes when I start this all, on January 6th is when we'll be back. And it's like, damn, we go all the way to one again. But that's where it all starts. We all got opportunities to start someplace fresh, and then there is a finish line. And today we get that opportunity for 255 episodes today. And I'm just very blessed and thankful to be here, to be able to have all the leaders. Guys, I calculated it out to some aspect, and I know how much coaching costs and softwares and webinars and everything else. The people you got talking today all have a combined, I figured out over $200,000 worth of coaching they probably spent in 2024. So you're going to get the best of my questions that I have for them. Some of them have no idea what I'm about to ask them, so we're going to put them on the spot. Some of them we do have the 2025 we're going to talk about, but they're going to have about 3 to 4 minutes to share and put in as much as they can with us. And then at the end, stick around because I'm going to ask them if they got anything they want to leave us with, just like my favorite figure it out question. What's the last thing you want to leave us with? So without further ado, our last time is to do our affirmation. So Jay, if you could put our affirmation up. Guys, I'm going to ask you to say it with passion, with intensity, to feel it right from the gut. All of us saying it together. Something good is going to happen to me. Something good is going to happen through me. Now, my second favorite thing I like to do is if everybody can come off of mute, say good morning, and say Happy New Year on the count of 3. So get your unmute button, and we'll all say good morning and Happy New Year. 1, 2, and 3.
Good
Good
morning.
morning and Happy New Year.
Good morning. Happy New Year.
I just get excited. I get excited over it. So I am balancing driving. But don't worry, guys. We also have a backup plan. If I do lose service, our wonderful Wednesday wisdom, Rebecca, is going to be ready to rock and we'll step in. So without further ado, I'm going to do a round robin with our leaders, and I'm going to ask them some questions, and we're just going to bounce around the room. If you have questions for any single one of our leaders, if you have something you'd like to ask us at the end, save your Q&A at the end, because we will also open it up for anybody who would like to share with us. I also want to give an award real quick. I just made this up, but I want to give a shout out to John Hart. I know a lot of you support us, but I got to believe if I had to pick one person, I don't think John Hart's ever missed. I don't think he's ever missed a day. And he inspires me because I'm like, I got to show up because John Hart's going to be there and I can't miss. And so I just want to give appreciation because I know a lot of you all come here, but John Hart's been every single day between holidays and everything else. So shout out to you, John Hart, for being here and supporting the show. You bring people to the show. You introduce me to people, and that's what this is all about. So guys, would you guys relax, please? Now my peanut gallery over here gets really excited. So without further ado, I just want to give a shout out to you all, but John Hart. So my first person that I see on my screen is Miss Rebecca. You are right here, number one. So Miss Rebecca, our Wednesday wisdom leader that we have, what is it that you got planned? What is your big dream, your big goal that you got that might catch people off guard for your 2025?
You know what, Brock? I think the biggest thing I'm working on in 2025 is part of my personal branding, which is the concept of confidology, the study and daily practice of confidence. And so, like, Brock, I'm going big or I'm going home on confidence because we are at an epidemic in this world of loneliness. It's because we've withdrawn from our dreams. We've withdrawn from each other. We've withdrawn from our relationships. We're not putting ourselves out there. We're not creating new relationships. We don't even know how to communicate well or even partially effectively anymore. And it is my vision to bridge that gap, especially for like that 18 to 30-year-old group of people who are just trying to find their way in life. They're getting started, and the odds really are stacked against them. And so giving them the confidence to really continue to go big or go home and do things a little differently so that they can get different results in their lives. So that is what I am doubling down on in 2025.
I love it. Now, let me ask you this question. What is your biggest hurdle? Like, what do you think is your biggest obstacle getting to that goal, though?
Oh, that's a really great question there, Brock. And I think that the biggest hurdle is that it's a hurdle that everyone is going to face. No one will be unique in this. And it's getting your message out there, getting your message to the right people. And it really is about continuing to push yourself outside of your own comfort zone. You know, like I am really well known like in the beauty industry and like the event space. And so engaging with the 30 to 18-year-old crowd is going to be a little bit more of a struggle for me because I'm not automatically plugged into that. My demographic of people are the 35 to 65 age range. So I connect with them very well and do that on the daily. And so my biggest hurdle will be standing out in the crowd for who it is that I am going to be going after.
Love it. Real quick, what's your one personal goal that you got for your personal self?
Like a leisure thing or a business thing?
A leisure thing, like your personal, like mine is my health on working on my visceral fats. What is
Oh,
your personal thing that you're working on?
okay. So I would say my personal thing that I'm working on is to actually do my Monday walk that I do every Monday. I try to do at least 5 miles. Sometimes I can get 8 in, but I always get at least 5 in. So I would like to start doing that 3 days a week.
I love it. Love it. You guys hear that? Somebody's going to be an accountability to you today, Rebecca. Somebody's going to keep you accountable today on that. There you go. Well, we got opportunities here. Rebecca, thank you so much. I appreciate you, your Wednesday wisdoms, and you being my coach and helping me out. And just, I really, really appreciate you. So thank you very much. Don't you worry. We're going to be coming back to you here shortly.
All good, my brother. Thank you.
My next person, Mr. Chad Free. Free, our Tuesday man, our Tuesday guru. Mr. Chad Free, what is it that you got on this 2025 that's on your vision board, your big goal that you got?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You know, I look at my message as a literally a calling, and I really want to step into that calling, and I believe that the whole nation needs to hear that true wealth is an abundance of everything that you value. And so my initiative is the Wealth Revolution Partnership. It's literally scaling my business, scaling this message, and helping people find their calling and their purpose by putting money in its right place in their life. And so the largest and greatest transfer of wealth is happening right now in history. And so I'm looking to scale my business through partnerships. You can call it a distribution marketing organization, if you will, but looking particularly to partner with home and auto and commercial insurance firms. And they have the people that need what I'm offering. And I need specialists to partner with. And again, I need the partnerships. So I'm looking to get 30 partnerships in 2025.
You guys hear that? 30, 30. He wants 30. You better hold him. Somebody's writing it down, Chad. We're going to make sure you get 30.
That's right. Right. So I need help
You better
from
be
you
careful what
guys.
you say all here. You better be careful. We got big numbers that we're making here. And all of you
That's
on
right.
here, this is what it's all about.
That's right. So I really want to help people be able to handle this transfer wisely and be able to truly live out their purpose, make an impact, and create a legacy. And that's just being smart with their money. So that's it,
I love
Brock.
it,
I'm
man.
looking to grow, man. I'm looking to grow.
What
I
is,
have
as you,
opportunities. I have opportunities.
so you look at this growth, you look at these opportunities. What is your biggest hurdle? What is your biggest challenge? Where do you think you're lacking the most, where you're like, I'm going to have to really double down and focus on this area? Where's that for you on achieving your goals?
Great question. Great question. I need to
See, guys, they don't
continue.
know some of them.
I
I love it,
know.
man. Go ahead.
Long obedience in the same direction. Long obedience in the same direction, going narrow and deep on this initiative right here, and just trusting that, I can handle anything else that comes my way, but really establishing these partnerships and relationships. Relationships are key. So I want to stay focused on that, disrupt the noise, and just focusing and staying disciplined.
I love it, man. What's your personal goal? What are you working on for your personal self within you, your family, yourself? What does that look like for you personally?
Colin, I want to be a better human, man. I just want to be a better human. I want to take your advice. I want to take the advice that I give all the time. Everybody has a next step to become better. And I really just want to be a better human being. I want to love my wife better. I want to show, I know how to show her love, but I want to make sure that's translating to the way that she deserves. My kids, I want to be a fantastic father, and I just want God to use me and just help me be what I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be it, and however I'm supposed to be it to anybody that has a relationship with me. That's it. That's what I want.
I love it, man. I love it. Thank you, Chad. You've been amazing on Tuesdays. I look forward to hearing your message in the new year. You've been one of our long supporters and the guy that I attacked when I saw you on the stage, man. I appreciate you, brother. And we will get back to you here shortly as well. So thanks, Chad.
Appreciate you.
Our next person I got over here on my screen, Mr. Coach Todd Harris. Mr. Todd Harris, he's driving as well. What's up, brother? Good morning to you. What do you got for us? I know you got a lot brewing, man. I see your stuff on Facebook. What is the big goal that you got for 2025 that's going to transform your business?
Brock, I've spent all of 2024 really trying to define what I do and what we do best. We do a lot of things really good, and we do some things really great. And our goal is to push our new book coming out, The Road to $1 Million, and really help companies brand and market and systematize what they do, from day-to-day operations to their marketing. And I feel like a lot of companies, the owner knows the message, but the rest of the team is unclear on what the product is. I mean, I talked to a company last week and interviewed 10 employees. They all had 10 different answers of what the company does. And it's just
So
because
true.
it's not branded correctly. And so if there's 10 different messages, how can you grow a company? And so 2025 is really niching down on companies that don't have their message clear, get their marketing right, and get their day-to-day operations moving in the directions where they can provide for their family. Because a lot of the people I work with are beginning entrepreneurs to 400,000 in revenue a year, and they're still not taking the paycheck they deserve and helping them get to where they want to go. I mean, that's my focus for 2025 is to create programs and courses around that to help entrepreneurs.
I love it, man. How many of you right now, when Todd said, "What am I really good at? What did I do in 24?" That's a good question, all that you need to ask yourself. Do you have clarity on yourself? I mean, we're all entrepreneurs growing our own business. What is that clarity for you? And if you don't have that, and if you can't articulate that, I'm going to tell you a person that I've learned this from is John Maxwell. John Maxwell is extremely important that everyone in your organization, like even my kids, if it's my family, like my team, my virtual, like everybody needs to know what the vision is, and they need to be able to articulate it. And John Maxwell does a really good job with that. I love that, Todd. Now, as you go into this, and obviously in a growing phase and learning to do this and get with corporations, what is your biggest obstacle you feel that could be like, damn, I'm gonna have to get through this part to get to that next level? What is that for you?
Brock, I think the biggest obstacle for me is what a lot of people struggle with is what's between my ears. I know what I'm great at, and I know there's people that can't do some of the things that I can do. But man, the things that I've allowed to sneak into my head from whatever reasons, and that's part of my personal goals for next year is working on that piece of me and that self-belief piece that I know I've got it and I know I have it. And so it's knowing I got what it takes to do it, because I know, I mean, I've done coaching for 12 years, but I want to scale it now, and the scaling is what scares me.
Scaling part, yes. No, I'm been doing a lot of that thought process as well. Todd, what are you working on yourself personally, not business-wise, personally? What does that look like for you? Maybe there's somebody here that could be an accountability partner, or you could inspire somebody. What does that look like for you?
Brock, I've got two things I'm working on personally this year. One is my health. I've got my body weight to where I want it to be. I just hired a personal trainer about 6 weeks ago, and we see a personal trainer to kick me into shape, fitness wise. But the big piece to me is I need to take care of my happiness in 2025. I don't always put me first, and I put the rest of the world everywhere else, and it leads to some of the stuff that goes on in my head. So it's really making sure I'm happy, because when I'm happy, the people around me are happy. The thing that they tell you on the plane, put your oxygen mask on first.
Yep.
Many times I don't take the same advice that I give.
Yeah. I love it, man. Well, I appreciate you, buddy. It's been great. I remember meeting you and Michael Burt when we came up here, and you came up to the event in Charlotte or Lake Norman. You've been an amazing asset to our leadership team. I love watching you grow. I appreciate you, man, and thank you so much for being a part of us.
Thanks, Brock.
All right, next I got Mr. Christian Tayson on here. Christian, what's up, brother? What do you got for us? What? Man, you got a lot going on, man. You got a lot of different things. I'm blessed that I've been annoying you like anything. Talk to us a little bit about what your goals are financially. I know you're also in the financial industry as well as artificial intelligence. You got a blend of things going on. What do you got in 2025, brother?
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for having me on and, kind of featuring me on this too. I'm so excited for it. Yeah, I've got a lot of big things that I'm working on. The last few months has brought a lot of clarity to the direction I want to head in my business. And so we've done a couple big things. I've introduced or kind of launched a parent company called Redtail Partners, where we have a financial division, a marketing division, and a business consulting division. So what I'm excited about is niching down on entrepreneurs and business owners in particular. Anyone who I know kind of, I talk to Rosario weekly, talk to you all the time too. I love business strategy. I love entrepreneurship, all of that. And so what I'm very excited about is these three different divisions all tie into the overall picture of helping business owners do better in their businesses. So helping out with the financial aspect geared, financial strategy geared specifically towards business owners. And the marketing aspect, that's working with my wife. My wife's a writer. She's done a lot of writing featuring restaurants and small businesses. So branching out on that with her help, partnering her on the marketing side to feature local businesses in local magazines. And then the consulting part, I've been working with you a lot this last couple of weeks. We've been diving into dialing in your business a little bit, scalability and systems in place. And so that's what I'm very excited about. And it's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be a lot of fun too.
So you got a newborn, first Christmas you had with Ezra. You got a lot
Yes.
going on in your business. What is your biggest challenge that maybe somebody can relate to when it comes time with funding family, work, balancing the wife and all this stuff? Like, what is your biggest challenge you see for yourself in 2025 that could be giving you a couple hiccups?
Yeah, so I mean, strictly from a business perspective, it's overcoming resistance to change, to new directions, to new ideas. It's kind of like our mindsets are kind of like a creek, right? Like if you watch a creek flowing over time, it starts cutting deeper and deeper into the earth or into the rocks, whatever it's flowing over. And mindsets tend to be like that as well. As people get ingrained in the ways of doing things or what the world tells them is the right way to do things, that flow begins to get harder and harder to change because it just gets so ingrained in our head in the way that we think. So that's going to be a big one is introducing new concepts to people at the business level. On a personal level, yeah, having the newborn is challenging. He's almost a year old. He'll be a year old in about a week. So one of the really cool things about our situation, our family situation is my wife's work is very flexible. My work is very flexible. I work from home. So there's a lot of balancing going out to help with the baby and dialing down and focusing on work is very difficult. You got to kind of work when you can. And that might mean 20 minutes at a time. That might mean an hour, right? When he's napping. So that's one of the big challenges is balancing that and figuring out how to manage my time most efficiently when trying to get work done, especially this deep work that I'm doing right now, working with the AI stuff, using the AI, working on really thought intensive work right now, mind intensive work on the business is can be a little bit tricky because it takes a little bit of time to get into that. And when you're getting interruptions, which is fine, but it's just the reality of what it is. So that's my big challenge.
Guys, for those of you that maybe are challenged with working from home as well, Christian could be a good opportunity so you guys could be accountability partners to keep you guys in check and having that, because that's the biggest problem when it comes time for working from home is the distractions and the challenges that are there. So Christian, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for being here. You've been one of our long timers as well, being on the show. So thank you, brother. Appreciate you. And oh, sorry, I was just reading a chat. Thanks, man.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Next, I got the Mayan Mr. Self, man, another guru that I've been with for a while up in Alaska, Mr. Colin Wallace, the soft spoken, but when he speaks, let me just tell you, like I keep thinking of creating memories, be where your feet are. These are some of the sayings that stick with me when it comes time. Colin, brother, what is it in your 2025 in your business as you're managing your dad's health and a new up in Alaska where it seems like daylight all the time right now? What is it that you got for us in 2025, brother, that you got for your goals?
Well, my main goal for my business this year is to keep expanding a partnership that I've had kind of on the side for a long time. It's just kind of been drifting along and being purposeful about growing that. I think it's a partnership that now includes someone in this room, Mr. Chad Free, and I think that we have an opportunity to assist a lot of people. As you know, Chad talked earlier about the transfer of wealth. Um, it's a program to help people who have real estate needs, but are also facing capital gains issues and how to help them eliminate and or certainly not maybe not eliminate in all cases, but certainly reduce the capital gains burden that they're facing with their real estate needs. And it's something I've been thinking about for a while and kind of messing around with and haven't really committed the time resources to developing this. But thanks to my relationship with Chad, we're starting to put this on the front burner because we think there's an opportunity here to help a lot of people.
I love it, man. I love it. And it's been exciting to hear about you two and what you guys are growing and going into. So as you start this, obviously it's something that I don't want to say is new, but it's something that you want to dive into and get into. So as I ask others, when you're pivoting and you're going into something fresh, kind of like the Christian and the confidence with Rebecca, like what is it for you that you're kind of like limiting belief or mindset that you have that's like this is going to get in my way and I'm going to have to fight through this or overcome this? What does that look like for you for 2025?
My biggest, and there's a great book out there that deals with this that came out from Dan Sullivan and Dr. Benjamin Hardy, Who Not How. I have a tendency to take on all this stuff myself, and not out of a sense of I need control, more of a sense of I'm bothering other people if I ask people for help. And so finding those resources and finding those partnerships that help grow this, keep my eye focused on the end result, which is helping a lot of people. And I was thinking about that this morning with like your drive that you're on right now. You're driving to New York, and along the way you may have to pivot and change your route because of road construction or because of accidents or whatever, but the end result is still going to get you there. And so being flexible in my path, but keeping my mind on my destination, where we're going, and using strategic partnerships to help me get there instead of trying to take it all on myself.
I love it. Guys, if you took a note right there, if I took anything from Cullen, is ask for help. So many people don't want to ask for help because they think it's a form of weakness for whatever it might be, but just asking for help. So, Cullen, real quick, brother, what's the personal thing you're working on with yourself inside of you, not business?
Well, 2024 was certainly a year of change, and keeping I would say all my plans are written in pencil because of being here to help my father. But I know I need to, for my own health, I need to rebuild my evening and morning routines and get back into a healthier morning, and that includes being in this room more often. But it starts the night before, having a healthy nighttime routine that gets you back into a healthy morning routine.
I love it. If anybody is needing their routine, you go call Cullen. You guys can work together, be accountability partners. Cullen is probably he does an amazing job of following up and always checking in on me. And so it'd be really cool to see some accountability on routine, morning and evening. And I actually need to work on my evening routine. But brother, I appreciate you being here because I know it's a 4-hour difference over there. And thank you for leading us on Wednesdays. Appreciate you, Cullen.
Thank you. Love being in this room.
One of our new guys that we got on here, he's one of my coaching clients, and he's really elevated himself. He graduated from the college world this month. I want to bring to us Mr. Coach Jada. Good morning, Jada. How are we doing, brother?
Good morning, man. Good morning. I'm well, man. I'm blessed. What about yourself?
Just trying to stay away from what Cullen was talking about, traffic. Just trying to keep away from that.
Yeah, man, I ain't mad
Uh,
at you.
I'm doing good. I'm keeping it as long as I don't get pulled over. I'm all right. I
Hey,
tend to have a heavy foot. So, brother, you're new to this. You're
yeah,
growing. You and I
sir.
talk about your goals, and there's people on here today that has some big audacious goals as well. Talk to
Yes.
those people to make it to what you're going through as you're starting something new as well. Talk to us what your goals are for 2025.
Oh man, so my goal for 2025 is to scale my moving company. I want to take that to another level. Just being a small company, rumping with these big dogs. I just think I need to just step my game up and be able to you know punch my ticket, reach my goal. Another thing, man, is I'm new to this speaking engagement thing, man. So that's one thing that I want to continue to work on every single day, just getting better, speaking and actually just going out getting speaking engagements this upcoming 2025.
I love it, man. You got some really cool things. You got some opportunities coming your way. And I know a lot of it, as we talk about, is being uncomfortable. Where many
Yeah.
of us are, we need to know that the uncomfortable is where the growth takes place. So as you look at some of this uncomfortableness, what is it in 2025 that has you kind of in a friction where like I'm going to get some resistance on this. This is going to be a little challenging for me because you're blending a lot of different things between coaching football, F3, you got your moving company, speaking engagement. What is the friction that you see forecasted for your 2025?
I would just say, bro, man, time management, man. Just have to be able to balance all those things that I have going for its work while, but also most importantly, fitting that family time in. And that's one thing that I struggled with 2024 due to the fact that I've had all these opportunities present themselves my way. So just being just managing my time and being consistent, man. That's my word of 2025 is consistency, man. Just staying consistent.
I love it, man. I love it. What's the one personal thing you're working on? What are you working on yourself? What's that look like personally?
Bro, it's crazy. I just somewhat mentioned it, man. Just becoming 1% better in my life in some aspect of my life every day. If it's like Chad say, if it's being a better husband, being a better father, it's some things that I've learned in 2024, some lessons that I've taken away that I really want to stress and lock in on for it, being a better father, being a better son, husband. So that's my thing, man. I just want to just become 1% better in some aspect of my life, bro.
I love it, man. I love it. One of the things, because I coach you, I can say this, but for all of those who say what he wants to become, 1% better in his marriage or anything else, I want you to write this down. How do I measure that? How do I measure that? I mean, is it giving my wife a hug? Like, oh, I gave her a hug today. Your wife might be like, hello, I thought we are doing date night. So whatever it is that you have, how are you going to measure it so your brain knows or your accountability partner knows that I did it. I did it today. I did the 30 people that Chad's got. I did the 2 contacts I needed with Todd. Whatever that looks like, I wanted you to say, how can I measure that? Brother, I appreciate you, man. And thank you so much for being on here and sharing.
Yes, sir.
I will move on to good old, who do I have left
Real
here?
quick, can I say
Yeah,
one thing? Sorry.
you certainly
I
can.
know, hey, everyone go through things and we have problems ups and downs. But one thing if I can ask you guys to take into 2025, when you have those problems, I was told this: if you pray about it, don't worry about it. And if you worry about it, don't pray about it. So I just would like y'all just take that into 2025, man. You have them problems, pray about it, and let it go. Let God take care of it. I appreciate that, Brock.
I love it, man. I love it. And for those that want to have Jada's got a listening ear all, so reach out to him. Get in touch with him. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Let me go to
Appreciate
Miss
you.
Michelle. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Michelle is my co-host for the author edition. She came up with this idea. I love the idea. For people, we got Frank coming back in February 21st on how to write your book. We all have our own story. You've heard Chad talk about it. She brought the author edition to the table. I look forward to the author edition in 2025. Michelle, what is your goal that you have in 2025? I know you and I are going to start working together, so I'd love to hear a little bit about your goals for 2025.
Well, part of my goal is basically doing so much what everybody's already been talking about, but in essence, it's working smarter, not harder, and in relationship with so many of the people that I've already gotten in relationship with. And I think, this cohort that we have is just really something that builds every day. And through almost a year, I've been following Brock, kind of like in Facebook for a long time, just listening until we got to meet. But it's really, there are a lot of like subcategories I'm working on, and one of the main subcategory is I want to see people encounter God this year and really begin to build a relationship from the basic. Hey, I need something. There's depression, there's destruction, there's craziness in the world, and I don't know how to do it. Well, with God, there's always an answer, and there's hope. And there's not a lot of hope in the world today.
Yeah, no, it's tough in that, and that is a huge goal that you have. And so when you look at this goal, and I'm just like, damn, Michelle, way to go. This is pretty, I mean, this is big. What are some of your obstacles that you see that are in your way that maybe somebody else has a relatable limiting belief, just like you? What is that for you in going into 2025?
Well, my big obstacle is, how do I work smarter, not harder? And in doing that, it will be getting in relationship and having an accountability partner or a coach like you, or and Rebecca, and it really comes in all aspects of our life. But for me, I'm probably one of your senior people that is on this call, and I'm not satisfied to just sit and watch Netflix, 24 hours a day. I want to I want to see some change happening. I want to see um, people encouraged, and that's why I believe everyone needs an encouraging word every morning, or an affirmation, or like Derek has said it, and an aspiration, as Frank has said it. There is something that we can do, and every day it's a choice. So making it smarter, not harder, and partly that will be being by bringing AI or social media in it, so that I want to do some things other than just this as well. So smarter, not harder.
I love it. What's your one personal thing you're working on, just yourself personally?
I think I'll map with Jada and several others on this. I love playing sports. I love playing pickleball. I love playing tennis. Uh, and my late husband, he had a large family. He had 7 kids, 17 grandkids, and 35 great grandkids. And I miss them. Because I've been focused too much on other things, and so I want to have some time where I take off and go visit them. I'm 70 years old, so part of what I need to do is what some 70-year-old people do, is share with family.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, Michelle, and I'm excited to work with you in 2025. I love the hunger that you have. It to me, as you hear the saying, age is just a number. Colonel Sanders didn't start making his money until he was in his mid 60s. So you are right there, going to take your business and your opportunities to the next level. I appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to the author edition moving forward. So thank you so much, Michelle.
Okay, love it.
All right, guys, I got about 5 minutes of the show left. I wanted to end this thing. I figured it'd end at 9. And so what I want to do for those that have something they want to say to the leaders on here, for those that have something that they want, raise your hand and I will look through it. But I want to give the leaders anything that they want to conclude with, or the one thing that they would like to leave us with. I'll let you go ahead, and whoever would like to go. I can't see the screen as much as me trying to drive, but if you do, unmute yourself. And what's the one thing you want to leave our team with today, or on our last show?
I'll go, Brock. I think one of the things that is most important to remember, especially as everybody is trying to navigate and to do these new things in 2025, remember this: consistency beats intensity. Consistency beats intensity. Like, I have a basil plant that I was overwatering, then underwatering, and I just decided, you know what? I'm going to give this thing 2 teaspoons of water every day. And guess what? It's thriving. Now I actually am like a full-blown basil mom, and they are making babies and everything because my consistency beat the intensity of going big or going home. Stay right in the middle. And just as you do that, you will find that you build your confidence in your idea, you build your confidence in yourself, and you build your confidence in your purpose.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I appreciate that, guys. I have a feeling these last couple of things that they're going to say are some notes to take home with you to work on yourself in 2025 in your business. Who else has got something that they would like to share with us this morning?
I'll say something.
Christian, what do you got, brother?
In line with my personal brand and everything I've done on this show in the last couple of years, maybe this is a little bit contrarian, and maybe many of you won't agree with this, but some of you this may resonate with. We've been asking about, Brock's been asking about goals, business goals, personal goals. I don't believe that they are separate. I think that people compartmentalize personal and business very often. Relationships, fitness, all of that. I believe they're all intertwined. So, like, for me, with my big goals, it's not a separation. The personal goals fuel the business goals, and the business goals fuel the personal goals. And I think that when we try to compartmentalize these things, we can start to live a compartmentalized life. And I believe in the intertwining of it all. So that's my last little takeaway for this meeting. Maybe that resonated with some of you, maybe not, but that's what it is.
I always tell people you got to have your home life straightened out before you can go to your work life, because I don't care what you got going on. If your home life is shit, excuse me, I got my little ones here, but you're not going to, your work life is going to be distracted by your home life. And it's just so important to understand that, because I think your home life needs to be in order first. Thank you, Christian. Appreciate you, brother. Who else has anything they would like to conclude with, or anything they would like to add?
What's going on?
What do you got, Jada?
I just want to say, guys, never give up. It's never too late. It took 19 years to get a 4-year degree. You got to focus, fight, finish. Let's go.
I love it, man. You sound like Eric Thomas right there for getting your degree. Hats off to you, brother, and getting your degree. That's a huge accomplishment. Doing that. Well done. Well done. Anybody else? Me. Besides my son, who wants cookies right now. If you could just only hear the show I got going on here.
All right, I'll say something real quick.
All right, Chad, what do you got, brother?
Yes, you are created on purpose for a purpose. Here's what I want you to take into 2025. All right. You can live by default or live by design. You can stay on the sideline and hope that leftovers shake out in your favor like almost everybody does, or you can get into the game because you are called to be somebody. And when you don't step into the game, step into your calling. Listen, if you don't know your calling, pursue your calling, seek out your calling, because when you don't, you're robbing the world of the gift that God gave you. So sit back and do nothing, or step into it and let's roll. And I'll be there, lock arms with you. Let's go. Focus,
I love
fight,
it, man.
finish.
I love it. Yes, sir. I love it. I love it. I'm getting a lot of good things right here in my head. I wish I had my notebook here instead of this big 18-wheeler in front of me. Anybody else have anything they'd like to share or say before we conclude?
Yes,
I'll go.
right
my son
here.
Bryce.
I would. Okay.
Thank you, Latrice. I was
Bryce.
just going to say wisdom comes from the mouth of babes. So I'd like to hear what Bryce has to say other than he wants cookies. What has he learned? And what is his goal?
Right now, that's all you're gonna get from it. That's all you're gonna get from Bryce Boy right now. He's
Are
hungry.
you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, he's hungry all right. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate you. I'm being here, leading the prayer call as well that you do at 7:30. So thank you, Robin. Who else has something that they have?
I wanted to say thank you to you all the leaders. I appreciate you. I'm sure I can speak for everyone. We appreciate you, the time, the value, your sacrifice to be on this call every single morning. I have learned so much. And I want to leave with you that you will see Latrice, the real Latrice, unveiled in 2025. And my prayer is to show so much value because you have fed us, you have poured into us, and I look forward to pouring into you and pouring into others. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Latrice. I appreciate you. You've been amazing as well and great support down there in Orlando, Florida. You and your husband, Dom. Thank you so much for being on here. All right.
Just real
I
quick,
got my
just want to
final
say
word. Zena,
Yep.
go ahead, Zena. What do you got for us?
I want to say thank you for all of your consistency, each and every one of you leaders, because it is very inspiring. And I love that, Rebecca, that sometimes I know I struggle with self-reliance, that I hear a calling and I'm like, it has to happen now. And I just go for it. I dump the whole, bottle of water into the, plant or whatever it is. But really it is small steps and it's partnership with God, first and foremost. And so sometimes I can have that tendency to go ahead instead of just really relying and being in partnership. So this year, Chris and I have a new season. We have made a big move and we're really looking forward to really knocking it out of the park, partnering up with Brock on real estate endeavors and getting partners to Powerhouse to really get launched and all of that. And I know there's just sometimes timing isn't on our time, but it's in God's time. And it's just doing the reps and just like you said, showing up consistently. So I just want to thank you, each and every one of you, for just being inspiring and pouring into Chris and I both. Happy New Year.
I love it. Congratulations to you, Zena. I know moving across the country is not a simple thing, and I've been following you all from the Aspire that you guys did, and that's how I met a lot of the people here, Rebecca. But your event that you did here in Charlotte resonated with me and helped me grow. So thank you, and Chris, appreciate your support, and I look forward to 2025 as well. So thank you. All right, guys. In our final saying, 255 is done. I was thinking about every quote, every video, everything that I've seen over the last year. And the quote that I will leave you with is this: winners are just losers who've tried one more time.
Wait, what is that? Isn't that on your cup?
It's on my cup, yes. It's going to be my saying in 2025. We're all winners here and we're all losers. But the losers just keep on going and they keep on going. And that's what it's all about, is showing up. This is what this show is. I've been doing a lot of praying and thinking about this show. I'm going to have a big announcement on January 1st. I'll be doing it on Facebook Live on what the new show is going to look like in 2025. I want to continue to grow it at an extreme level where we're bringing more and more people, helping more people, because the amount of emails and text messages and phone calls that I've received the last 3 weeks have just been a blessing, because I really wasn't too sure what I was going to do with this show, in all honesty, after doing it for 5 years. that the daily grind of going in, and I can't thank enough. And please give a round of applause, a high five, a heart in the chat for Jay and Rika, my team, who diligently show up every single morning, because it is very hard to do 255 shows in 1 year, and they are constant just as much as many of you are. So I want to wish you all an abundant and blessing 2025. I appreciate you all. I wish you all the best. If I can help you in any capacity, in any way in the new year, I want you to reach out to me, because I will be here. I'm going to be better. I'm going to be 1% better than I was today. And I know in 2025, we're going to bring it, because I too have some big goals, and I can't wait to share it with you all on January 1st. I love you all. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Our last one. We won't be here next week. I'm taking a little siesta. I might even sleep in. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. See ya.